Hello, this is Brenda Marie, and I want to share what's on my mind, what's been on my mind recently through these blogcasts, is what I call them. And this one is called "The End Is a Beginning." And here we go. Today, while talking to a friend over coffee, catching up and enjoying each other's company naturally, something came up in the conversation that has been on my mind for a few days or weeks. It is that in order to create again, one must be willing to end cycles or destroy what does not contribute. I'm not in favor of destruction, and in fact, I always want to create and find myself naturally initiating things or giving momentum to the new. But something I have observed recently is that sometimes life is adjusting to the expansion that you have asked the universe to conspire with you to achieve. And that will not happen unless there is some change. And for change to occur, there probably has to be something that has to come to an end. I think this applies to relationships, conversations, jobs, life stages, etc. You have to open the door to progress, and in order to do that, there may be something that has to be destroyed. I'm not talking about being in favor of destruction or endings, but having to face them even though they are hard and uncomfortable in order to grow. And also, always from the point of view of doing the greater good, examining your life and seeing what represents survival and nurturing that, and ending what doesn't contribute to greater survival. I know I'm getting philosophical here, but from time to time we have to do that because, in a way, it's our job to examine existence and understand it. Okay, so basically, what I mean is that maybe there's a difficult decision that needs to be made or something that needs to end, like a bad relationship or a bad association, a bad habit, and so on. Even sometimes things happen that you don't want. And it's almost as if life or others are deciding for you and there is no other choice. It's like you hit a wall, right? Well, examine what decision will affect more areas of life in a positive way and make that decision, even if it means losing something that is less important. But at the same time, at that at that particular time, I seem impossible to give up that thing. And in terms of when you're like against the wall and you feel like life or people are deciding for you, there's always something you can decide. You always have an option. You always have your decision to leave, even if you're being left, right? Or even if something is ending for you, you still can make your own choice. And also, yeah, I'll repeat that last thing because I think it's very important. Examine what decision will affect more areas of life in a positive way and make that decision. And even if it means losing something that is less important, but at the same time may seem impossible to give up. Maybe it could be sharing with different people who align with your purpose and have your vibe. It may be hard at first, but in the long run, it will give you freedom to be and revitalize your purpose. And I want to make sure that this is not interpreted from the point of view of using it as an excuse to not take responsibility for something you need to do. In that other case, the only solution is to face it and do what you have to do and enjoy that hard work that will pay off. But more to the point, sometimes you have to destroy that comfort, that coziness, in order to be more creative and active and in turn happy. Or maybe you have to end a toxic relationship with a friend because that person is covertly working to undermine your security and happiness due to his personal frustration. Whatever it is, you have to be there. You have to observe yourself and decide for yourself and decide what the superlative good would be with who you are and what you have right now. So, yeah, basically, even if it's a toxic relationship with a friend, because that person is covertly working to destroy you or to like you just don't feel comfortable around that person, and that person has their own frustration, is trying to attack you covertly, um and it's just like not working out for you. Like that kind of association, that kind of friendship is not a friendship. And it can happen in business, it can happen in friendships, it can happen with lovers. So you have to evaluate if something is destructive. Then you have to maybe destroy something that might seem that is very important at the moment, but it's not the greatest good. So, whatever it is, you have to be there. You have to observe for yourself and decide what the superlative good would be with who you are right now and what you have right now. And take the good and keep creating a better future. So, back to my point, there is a power in starting over because it forces you to be you, to be honest in your observation, to take action, and to use all of your skills, ones that you didn't even know or remember that you had or didn't know you had, right? So it is the most rewarding thing to end cycles that need to end, even if they're hard, and then get back to action in life, to face the present and the future, and even past, and even the past also, like the present, the future, the past, everything, to confront life. Um, because guess what? You can face it, and you will face it. Be creative and find more power within yourself. It is in those difficult times and uncomfortable moments when you can decide to stay in a loop, being a victim, repeating the situation, or standing up and facing life. And I believe that life will push you if you don't get up and do something about it anyway. It could be a blessing in disguise. Maybe your own thinking coming to life from the changes you've begged the universe for. So, rule number one for me is think beautiful thoughts, big goals, etc. Rule number two, get together with nice people, good people, people of your vibe, of your tribe, for your business, friendship, family, love, partnerships, to keep your space and thoughts elevated. And rule number three, in the face of trouble, always believe in yourself, even when no one else does, and stand up for the change of things, because that is the route to power, no matter the losses and endings accumulated along the way. So thank you so much for listening to me, to this piece of my mind, and I hope it can help you in some way. Thank you.